Okay, so we are now going to talk about the stage 2, creating the interactive PDF elements. So if you're in project 8, I'm not sure what page this will show up because depending on what book you have or what version you might have, it might be a different page. But we're going to be in stage 2, creating the interactive PDF elements. Now, I've kind of let you alone to do some of the pieces on your own at this point. So you should be caught up. You should be where you have been tracking some changes and making some changes. So we should all be on the same page at the moment. So now we're going to go to layout, table of contents style. We're going to click in new. We're going to type in PDF contents. We're going to delete this one here. In the other styles list right here, we're going to select the heading. We're going to add. We're going to select the subheading and we're going to add. And we're going to click more options. Making sure that we still have subheading selected. We're going to change the level field to 1, which of course you'll see that it's kind of changing. Look at it, you'll see that's kind of changing where it's located at. Right here, we want to make sure that the create PDF bookmarks is checked. We're going to say okay. That brings us back to here. And we're going to say okay again. Now our pages are here. We're going to add a new page at the bottom. All you have to do is just click on this and drag it down. Now that we have that in there, we're going to go back to layout. We're going to say table of contents. We're going to make sure that the PDF contents is selected and we're going to just say okay. Notice that this is highlighted. It's already got some or preloaded with our content. In our page panel, we're going to right click on this, make sure that our hide spread is checked. We're going to go to window, interactive, click on bookmarks, and we're going to control S to save. And you'll see everything just kind of in there now. And on this empty page, we're just going to add that on there. And you see that everything's popped in there, so we're good. So we're going to go back to page 4 here. Make sure to save everything. Page 4, go to window, interactive. I'm going to click on hyperlinks here. And I'm going to highlight the web address, not the email account, but the web address. You might need to zoom in if you can't see it that well. But we're going to highlight that. And we're going to say, so we're highlighting this, we're going to create a new here, and notice that it pops there. So, new URL is going to be here. So it should be good. And up here it needs to say link to URL. And you're going to say, okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to highlight the email. Make sure not to have the period in it. Some people will do that. That's not a good thing. We're going to also do this piece here where we create this one again. Now, because it's not a website, we're going to have to go in there and we're going to have to change this one to an email. And in the subject line for this particular one, we're going to type in RECAC Spring Brochure. That way, anytime somebody sends a message from this piece, they'll automatically already have the subject line in there, and it kind of helps whoever's organizing this to know what emails are coming from what. It makes it a little bit easier, and they can organize it better on their end. We're going to say, okay, you can control S. I'm going to go ahead and close some of these to get them out of our way. And now what we're going to do is we're going to create text form fields. So I'm going to go to Window, Interactive, and now this time I'm going to be doing the buttons and forms. This is one of my favorite things about InDesign. So using the selection tool, I'm going to go and select the empty frame above name. Well, this one's a little different than what they had there before. Yeah, no, right here. Sorry, my brain. Above name. And then up here in the type, I'm going to select, no, wait, okay, yeah. Sorry. Using the selection tool, not the type tool. You're going to select this box, and now up here in the type, we're going to change the type button to text field. See how everything kind of changes. So in the name piece, we're going to change this to say name. And at the bottom of the panel, we're going to say that this is a required piece, required option. We're going to repeat this all the way down. Make sure you don't have spelling errors, because remember, you want to be very professional, even though some of us like me cannot speak. I type better than I can speak. Okay, so we'll only go down to the email, and then we're going to Control S. I'm going to go ahead and close this. Now, let's talk about radio buttons, where they can just click on something. In the window here, we're going to go back up to Interactive, and we're going to go to Buttons and Forms. But this time, I'm going to change the Yes, Keep Me Informed, that little button. I'm going to change it to a radio button. And the name field, I'm going to change it to Add to Mailing List. And I'm going to click off of it. And I'm going to click to select on it again. And then over here, you'll see the Layers panel. Right here where it says Add to Mailing List, we're going to expand the normal on. And you see that we have a circle or a square. I'm going to click on this little box here. And I'm going to pop out the properties to where my feel and my stroke are both the Pantone 8863C. Alright, so I'm going to close that again, and then I'm going to click on the square. No, I'm not. I lied. I'm going to drop this back down. I'm going to click over here. The normal off button, I'm going to click on required here, and I'm going to change the button value to yes. And we're going to say Control S to save it and move on. See how this can get a little bit tricky? It's okay. We're getting you there. All right, now this one, we're going to click on this box right here where it says, how did you learn about the CAC? And we're going to go back to our windows, or actually we're already here. We're going to go to this button type, and we're going to select the combo box. And we're going to change this name field to source. And then right here where it says list items, we're going to start typing in some options here. So I'm going to type in direct mail. We're going to add the plus. You see it'll pop up here. And then we're going to add additional pieces. So city employee, social media, email, friend, if I can spell it, family. All right, so that gives us 5 different options. And then what we're going to do, we're going to click on the Sort Items button, so it puts it in order, alphabetical order. And now we're going to select 1. We're going to add it. Now, because we had already put them in alphabetical order, this one's going to be in the middle of the list, and we don't want that. So we're going to uncheck this, and we're going to drag this one to the top. Everything else is still in order though, which is perfect. And we're going to leave it just like this. Now we're going to keep the select 1 to make it active. And you're going to just hit Control S. So here where it says, how should we contact you? We're going to click on the button here beside email. And this is going to be checkbox. And the name is going to be send email. On the bottom, we're going to select normal off state as the default option. And then we're going to do that again. So here, we're going to select the second box right here. We're going to make it a checkbox. We're going to send this as send mail, normal off, and then Control S. Let me change that. Send mail, normal off, save. So when you're checking both of these, yep, I have to go back and fix that one. So this one is send email, normal off, everything's good. When I go back and I check on this one, that one says send mail. All right. So from here, you should be able to do the rest of the pieces here and then watch for another video on the animation part.